Okay. Okay, let's go. So, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm gonna start a little bit earlier. I don't think that there will be anyone watching anyway, or waiting for me. So, if you're a stranger and you are currently into guitar repair and stuff, welcome. Hello. Yeah, I'm still on my Fender, believe it or not, and I'm still just fighting with this paint overspray, which is atrocious actually. There is quite a lot of primer on this thing, and it's nasty one to take off. Mainly because at this point I can't see it anymore, and I still have to take it off. And I reckon right now the only way I could do it is just to put some water on the body, basically wash it, and yeah, it will erase the grain significantly, and the rough spots should be very easily to recognize after the grain is raised. And yeah, it's also relatively good for sending it down to a really fine grit sandpaper. Anyways, yeah, I'm not making a lot of sense. But yeah, I will come back to it as soon as the water vapor evaporates. Yeah, that's the word. There's still quite a lot of work to be done to this body. Anyway, when it will be done, and oh, you can actually see it. See this spot in here? This is still a primer that I'm trying to take off, and it's here in those places. It's already relatively thin, but in the horns here and here, this is absolutely atrocious to take off. So this process will take me a while. And I will probably show some of it here, like right now. But generally, this part of the project is very annoying indeed. And every single time you think you are finished with the primer, you are not. And especially the horns, especially the horn area. This is very much the worst part. Every single time. Because this is an area where they spray paint even more of the primer than usual. So when you are polishing the edges, you won't go through. So here still. And yeah, I shouldn't be sanding it when it's wet. But as stated before, now I can see clearly where I shouldn't be doing this as well. I can see clearly where I need to put some more time and effort to take the primer off. By the way, this project grounded me in the belief that I will never buy a 70s Strat. And it's not even the quality control of it all, it's just there's quite a lot of paint on it. And normally I wouldn't care. Like if it would be a even modern one, even the 2000s Fender, I wouldn't blink an eye. But the prices for the 70s Strats and 70s Fenders in general are astronomical. And I don't know why. I mean, you might say that the pickups are worth it, and that is kind of true. But if I had like 3,000, 2,000 euro, or whatever it is in dollars right now, I would actually buy a custom shop. Or a proper high-end Fender. Because that will be a better instrument overall. And don't get me wrong, those are okay instruments. Those are... I don't have anything against... I do understand why they were doing stuff like that and whatever. It's just I don't see why the price is so high for the 70s Fenders. Because I don't understand. I really don't get it. Like, those are decent instruments. Those are just not... Welcome to the butcher head. Those are not great. Hello, my friend. I'm gonna end myself with this project. I literally hate sanding. It is freaking annoying. So again, to reiterate what I've just said, I am putting some water on the guitar, on the body. Not a lot. It doesn't have to be soaking wet, just enough. Because wood is a material that has like two layers, semi. The wood grain and so the lines in the wood is a very hard type of material, and when you put some water in, and this is when, so let's start with the biology lesson and how the tree grows. Every year the tree grows, and the moment of rapid growth is in hot months, so you know, spring till maybe late summer, and this is the part that is in between those lines, and this is very soft. Yeah, so the soft part is always a little bit softer and easier to raise with water. And if you are doing this, not only I can see the where the primer is, and again, as you can see, here I still got primer. Here is the bare wood that I'm after. So not only I can see where I still have to sand, but also the more I do it, the better of a surface I will get, the smoother of the surface. You will see. Yeah, I don't think I will be ready for December with it, but it's a very nice. That's that. And now back to the neck. Let me see. So last time we've left it on the total refret. Now I've got those very sharp edges, and one side I've already done. What you are going to take is a little bit of a broken, very harsh, file, and you will just sand it down. I still need to do it in this area because the frets are quite sharp. And now the other side. So just to clear what I'm doing, when you put the fret in, do I have anything where I can draw? Maybe here. When you put the fret in, I don't, Jesus, do I have like anything that is working in this godforsaken place? Yeah, here. No, here. You've got your fingerboard, right? And the frets that you've put in are just like rectangular, like this, and you wanna make them just a little bit knock off the edges, I would say. And this is what I'm doing. If you should do it at home, just don't be afraid that you're gonna damage the wood. It is possible, but it's not as easy as you think it is. Fine, 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 fine. Here. Yep, I can already feel that this is way better. And now what I have to do is set it straight through the neck, and you need to adjust it to reverse this concave thingy. And you can obviously control it with the straight edge in between the threads. This is what you are aiming for. And the weird thing is this nut is very loose, so it's straight as an arrow. Which is good, which is what I want to see. It's just not very common. Now, I've put some new threads in. The problem is that the surface of the threads might not be very level, which is very important because you don't want to have a string buzz, and mainly when the string buzzes the problems are in the setup of the guitar, which I will do at the end of this project. But sometimes one fret is a little bit higher, and I'm not making this up. This is like a hundredth of a millimeter, or a tenth of a millimeter. So what you want to do is to straighten the neck. If it's not straight, it is in my... Oh shit. Yeah. Right now it is straight, and you just want to file it down so it will be even. So let's start from here. And the best thing you can do, and this is the standard method right now, you will paint your marker, and then you will clearly see which frets, after you level it with a straight piece of pipe, rectangular pipe, you will clearly see which frets are higher, which are lower. Theoretically, there should not be a lot, because I was using the fret press, but there is always some frets that are a little bit uneven. Okay. So the easiest way to do it is not by special tools that are only available at luthier supplies. You just take a straight. How is poziomica in English? You know, this type of hardware store doohickey. My words fail me. I don't remember how do you call it in English. Straight edge, I think. And yeah, just to protect the headstock, I will use some. No. Do I have a piece of cardboard in here? Yep. But I think I will bring the Explorer this time in December, you know? The Bernie, the witch, as I call it. Okay. And now. This is how we do it. So now I have a 150 grit sandpaper on a straight edge, and you know, you just go like this till there is no marker left. And I can already say this fret, this one, is a little bit lower than those two. This would mean that if I would fret here, this would buzz from this note up. Yep, this is better because I can hold it with my left hand. And now let's focus on this part of the neck. Whoops! So this part of the neck is always a little bit problematic, because you can imagine here we have strings that are pulling at an angle, right? So the entire neck goes up, like this part of the neck goes up. So this is the concave, the main point, the highest point of the concave is around here. Like the 12th fret is probably very often, but like in here. And then you very often have like those last 3 or 4 frets that are raising so much that although this was sanded down flat, and I'm out and I'm back again. Christ, the internet in Germany. I can't stand the internet in Germany. One of the worst things ever. Okay. Okay. Just a few more strokes. I think that's quite enough. It should be fine. So what we have now is a very level fret area. The problem is, doing that, we went from having a fret like, where is something? Where do I have something to draw on? Let's take a piece of paper. So we've had a thread like that. I hate it. We've had a thread like that, right? We've taken off this portion, so we have, instead of having it hemispherical, we've got basically something like that. So, and we need to knock off those parts. So, and I'm back. Great. So you could do it. So you could do it with a special file, and I will do it initially, right? So we've got a file that is concave on the inside, and I'm just gonna use it for rough cut of the fret area. This last one is especially rectangular to my taste. And yet again, Sharpie, and then I'm gonna go in with the triangular file. So I'm gonna take the triangular file, take my protector, and just, you know, make it pretty. So the goal is to, when previously I was filing down filing it down to have a smooth surface, like the goal was to see the frets, like here we have the fret, and there is a silver line in between the Sharpie, right? That when you have this silver surface of the fret uncovered, that means that every single fret is in the same on the same level, right? And right now I am doing this opposite, so I do want to have like a very thin line on top of the existing fret, because that means that the least amount of the fret will contact the string. Otherwise, there would be this kind of sitar effect happening, and we don't want that. If you know your Metallica stuff, the beginning of Whatever I May Roam is this sitar effect, and they've actually used this special guitar done electro from the 60s for Whatever I May Roam, Whenever I May Roam, and yeah. So normally when you have those channels that are doing guitar restoration, they would speed up this process and just show you the like 3 seconds of it. As you can tell, this already is 40 minutes. Holy shit! I've got so many lost frames. Okay. Okay, the last thing to do at this stage is to take an 800 sandpaper. Where is it? Or I can take a 600. It's almost the same. And you just want to knock it up just a tiny bit. So you're taking your sandpaper and just go like that. red ends are not very sharp anymore, but they are still quite sharp, because when you do this the sanding of with a file, there are still some sharp edges that needs to be knocked off. So I'm taking the protector. I will go 240 and 400. Let's go with this. And now just a smaller file. Where do I have it? I have it or not? Nah. Let's go with this. Is it in here somewhere? Not really. Yeah, anyway. Just knock it off a little bit. Oh wait, I do have to have like my... I lost my goddamn file. Not great. Here you go. This should be okay. So let's file it down a little bit here and there, and same stuff as always. Just knock off some edges. And it doesn't have to be that great because we are going to come back with sandpaper soon. Sanding paper, not sandpaper. It's not a paper made of sand. It's you know what I mean. And yet again the other way. This is one of those things that is very time consuming. And now the final step. You take 240 and you just go at it. This is quite quick and dirty way to do it. But I've learned that sometimes making something quick and dirty is the best way. Oh, here. So this still need a little bit of sanding down and refining, which will be the next step. This is very sharp, and this is mainly a matter of personal taste and how much you want to put in it. But I'm okay. Let's go quick and dirty way again. Normally I would be very much cringing at what I'm doing right now, and that is because normally the maple fretboard is covered in lacquer, but as you may remember from or not, this one actually isn't, because I've had to take it off. It was chipping like crazy, so I can let myself be a little bit more dramatic with my and a little bit sloppier with my techniques. Let's go 400. And I'm just gonna go like this. Whoops. It is still chipping like crazy. Just not great. What you gonna do? Anyway, now comes the time for the super glue fill. So I use super glue almost like a filler, and I will use it right now on only one part of the neck. So there are some holes that are on the side of the fretboard. You need to just put some super glue in it and it should be fine. It's fine, I'm fine. So I am pretty much done with the neck right now. I will obviously clean it up and just put a little bit more time for into scraping the body down and so on and so forth. Next time I think I'm gonna do the Les Paul copy finally a little bit further, you know, sanding down and then whatever. I don't know. There is a grand plan and I have quite a lot of projects lined up. You know, there is not a yeah, consistent plan. Sorry for that. Grandmaster plan, whatever you want to call it. There isn't one. It is what it is. Okay. Again, I'm not very bothered by the mess I'm doing. Normally I would do it a little bit more, less sloppy, but right now the snack is in such a shape that a little bit of super glue isn't gonna change the way it looks. And you know, again, this is my instrument. It will look quite good at the end. It's just, you know, time-saving measure. I'm gonna leave it like this for now, and I'm gonna probably do some sanding again. We'll see. Next time I'm gonna be just doing the inlays on a Les Paul, and the works in the background will continue. I'm guessing this will be done sometime in December. We'll see.